Welcome to Film, where we break down films in a way anyone can enjoy.
Anyone.
Whether you're new to movies or a seasoned fan, you're in the right place.
Yes, you are.
To my left, I got my homeboy, Isaiah Aramia, a.k.a. ZDB.
ZDB.
Wait, what's homeboy say? Big boy? Or something?
What?
Wait, no. He be saying, like, you never seen the Big Boy, like, radio?
No.
The hip-hop?
Nuh-uh.
Really?
On the radio?
Yeah.
How old are you, bro?
I'm old, bro. I'm a little bit old. Come on, man. Y'all listen to 94.7 The Way.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all listen to that?
Kiss 103.5. I know that one.
I know that one.
103.5.
103.5. 102.7 also.
You know, we're probably the last generation of people that are going to listen to the radio.
I mean, if I could still listen to radio today.
That's what I'm saying.
I
Like,
think
our
there's going to be
group,
some. Oh, my bad.
I'm saying our group, like, at most, what's that? What's the last gen? Gen Alpha, right?
That's
those
the
little
newest
lads?
one.
Yeah. Like, at most, Gen Alpha, bro.
You don't feel like radio's still going to be around?
Bro, it's dying. It's dying. I mean, oh, I got scared. It's just the headphones. The headphones are dying. Honestly, I don't think it's that radio's dying. I think it's more streaming services, bro. It's just not as big. Like, you can stream any song you want. Why would I have someone choose a song for me, you know?
That's true, but then when you want to charge your phone or do something, it would be nice if you don't have to, like, look through your playlist and just go, like, let me put the radio on.
Dude, but Spotify is, like, creating mixes for you and, like, doing all that's what I'm saying. It's a scary time if you're a radio host.
94.7 The Wave, man.
Hey, valid. I used to listen to a lot of Christian radio in the morning on the way to school, like in high school. What is that? That's 104.7, I think.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's what I used to listen to. But other than that, no. Phil, how's your week?
Honestly, it was weird at times, but still pretty good. But what happened?
Pretty good week. Pretty good week.
Oh yeah, my bad. I thought you would say something else. But yeah, it wasn't bad. I actually made a website for film.
Wow. Okay.
I made a website for one of my classes. It's for a portfolio, but I turned it into a website. And if you guys want to check it out, I'll try to put the link down below in the bio, in the description on YouTube. But until then,
what's on it? What's on the website?
Pretty much, it's just I made it like a promotional thing where you just go and it shows you like the links to all of our YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Even in the future, hopefully, our Spotify account, because I low-key want to put us on Spotify. But, yeah, it's just an easier way to get to us socials. But, yeah, cool. This week, what have you been watching?
What have I been watching this week? First, really fast, my week. You didn't ask me. Not that I care. Not that I care. It's not
I'm
that big
very
of a deal.
rude.
No.
How was your week, man? I want to know how your week was.
Good, tiring, but good. Want to know why?
Why?
Your boy secured himself a Nintendo Switch 2.
Really?
I got it. Yeah, I did. I got it, dude. That was I don't want to say smooth.
Wow.
But that was the smoothest pre-order experience of my entire life. PS5, I was up for days trying to get.
We were all up for so long.
The Switch, I was on my computer for probably an hour. Target doing the thing. I'm like on my phone on the app and on the website, like trying to get it to work. I had it in my cart, bro, and it wouldn't go through. Wouldn't go through. So I'm like, oh my gosh. So I'm spamming it, but I'm waiting in line in Walmart, and then I'm waiting in line in Best Buy, and then I'm ready, if I don't get on any of those, to just dip, and I'm going to GameStop, and I'm gonna wait in line. I'm gonna spend the night at GameStop. I'm gonna wait in line. Luckily, that didn't have to happen because Walmart let me in, had 8 minutes to buy my Switch, wouldn't let me buy it. Wouldn't let me buy it. I'm like, I have 8. I'm clicking it over and over again. I'm like, what's going on? Finally got through, paid it, got my confirmation email, and we're secured, baby. Got that Mario Kart bundle too, so I'm ready. Playing Mario Kart World June 6th. Feels good. It feels good.
Good job, man.
What have I been watching? Not a whole lot. I started though Kaiju number 8. It's okay. It's funny. It's funnier than I thought it was going to be, but it's pretty generic right now, which is fine. I don't really have a problem with that. I think I'm waiting. I'm going to like give it probably the whole season because I like it enough to keep watching to be like, oh, okay, am I really about this? And I think I will be, but right now it's pretty just like, it's whatever. It's good.
And then, my bad, what episode are you on?
I think 3 right now. I'm on
Got
episode
you.
3. Yeah.
Bro, Kaiju number 8's tough. It's so tough. That first episode, that ending to it, got me straight into it. Like, I know when he was being chased and all that, like, it should have gotten me into it, but when he turns into the stinking kaiju, I was like, Whoa. Because I never saw any trailers for it. I just saw like I saw the title and I was like, oh, this looks pretty cool. So I was like, let me check it out. And then right when he turned into one, I was like, that is tough.
I'm not fully in yet. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like, what is it? The last thing that just happened was he beat the kaiju, and like the little girl's like, the good kaiju saved me. Yeah. And now they're all looking for him. So that was the last thing I've seen. So I don't know. I'm not in yet, but I want to be in. Like, I like it enough to keep watching, but it kind of just feels like any other action anime I've seen before.
Oh, okay.
But I think it'll pick up. I know a lot of people like it, so I'm in for the ride. What about you, Phil? What have you been watching outside of the normal weekly stuff?
Outside of the normal weekly stuff that we probably will. You mean the stuff we're going to discuss, right? Yeah, just making sure. I actually am almost done with White Lotus Season 2.
Let's go.
It's
nice.
Pretty interesting. It's weird.
Best season?
Huh?
Best season?
I like it a little bit more than the first one, but the first one was a little bit more chaotic. But this one, I just love how like different stories are once again coinciding with each other, like interfering with each other. And I like how it like based on, because in the first episode they show you like what is probably gonna happen, and we know like 2 or 3 people are going to die because they said a few bodies show up in the ocean.
People die in that show?
Oh yeah, so in the first one, a person died, and then like one person died, and then they hinted at it, and then the second one, they said a few people died. So we don't know if it's gonna be 2 or 3, but the thing I like is every group there's 2 or 3 people in.
What?
There's at least 2 or 3 people in, like coming to vacation.
I thought it was just
spot.
Like drama. I thought
there is, but it's like there's still somebody dies. You don't know who it is, and I keep making guesses on who it's gonna be. Us. Literally, kinda.
It's Among Us, guys.
But bro, like I don't know. I'm just like anticipating like who's gonna die. I keep thinking like, oh, this person's gonna go because they end up in the water. I'm like, I could see this person like ending up in the water with these 2 people. Yeah. But like, I don't know. I think that's the one thing that's keeping the show like really cool to me. But it's interesting. The next thing that I have been watching, and this is the last thing I've been watching because it hasn't been a really big, session of me watching different stuff. Hunter x Hunter.
Oh yeah,
and I've been watching that. Shout out to US because he keeps always trying to get me to watch it and stuff. I got to the Kamara Ant arc.
I don't know what that means.
So the Kamara Ant arc is apparently the most famous arc, I think, or everyone's favorite arc. They're saying it's like the hardest arc. And one of the funniest things was when I was on episode 30 of this, me and my friends were like, sitting around like talking about anime, TV shows, this and that. And I remember I said like a funny thing just to mess with them. I was like, Solo Leveling is better than Hunter x Hunter. And, like just to mess with them. And then they took it like for real. And then one of them said, well, if you think about it, Hunter x Hunter is the reason why Solo Leveling is Solo Leveling. Because remember the Kamara Ant, all the hunters, yada yada. And everybody went, I was like, it can't be that like the same. The Kamara Ant arc is honestly the same, or Solo Leveling's arc in season 2 is honestly almost the same as the Kamara Ant one.
Oh, really?
But the difference is, and I actually like Solo Leveling Season 2's way of doing it more than Hunter x Hunter. Hunter x Hunter's like really going out, like trying to full-fledged this thing out. So like in Solo Leveling Season 2, you know how we knew the whole Ant Island thing, or whatever that thing, Jeju Island, was that what it's called? We know there's ants on there, and we know they keep improving or something like that. And then we know the queen is making like a bigger soldier or something like that to fight. For some reason. In the Kamara Ant arc, there's the queen who is making a soldier or something like that to beat on the hunters. But the difference is, the reason why I don't like it that much is because it's super silly. Or it gets super silly. They died?
Yeah, that's bad.
They just get really silly like with it. And it isn't just that she's making that one soldier, then that soldier makes other soldiers and gets all silly where you have this koala looking ant dude or whatever, you have this snake looking ant person because they ate a snake or something. It just gets really silly and weird. So I don't know, I think the difference to me with Solo Leveling and Hunter x Hunter is that Solo Leveling is a little more serious, where Hunter x Hunter is very silly,
more
and
comedic.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I've been watching.
I remembered one more thing I've been watching.
Yeah,
I talked about it last week. Who's watching The Rehearsal? Who's watching The Rehearsal right now?
I haven't.
I need somebody to be watching The Rehearsal because that show might be one of my favorite shows on like planet Earth.
Oh, it's that good?
I need season 2 to finish. Here, it's not that it's that good. It's that it's my humor. It's 100% my humor. Like, not even a question. If you take any sort of awkward situation comedy, That's me. That's you. Send it my way. In Practical Jokers, less awkward, but usually pretty awkward. That's like probably one of my favorite shows on planet Earth. There were Nathan For You, which is made by Nathan Fielder, who does The Rehearsal. One of my favorite shows. The Rehearsal has a chance to be. The first season is one of the most creative seasons of television I've ever watched. Oh. Because the way it unfolds is so unexpected and it's so dumb. Because the show sets up, explains. The show starts as this one thing, and then it becomes something completely different by the end. And season 2, I'm so curious if that's going to happen again. Because they have the setup. The setup is insane. Without spoiling it, they built a set that's 3 different lots. Oh. Like, you know, like, or 3, like, structures. You know what I'm saying? You know how, like, in Warner Bros. And stuff, they have, like, lot 30, lot whatever, like, when they film? They're using 3 of them for a comedy show. A comedy show. It's insane. That good, then. Dude, HBO gave Nathan Fielder a blank check and said, you know what? Go have fun.
Oh, for real?
I mean, I don't know. That's what it seems like, though, because that man has so much money.
Like, dang, man, if that's what's going on.
Dude, he has so much money. Like, I don't understand how they have this much money to do this little show. You know, because I don't know how many people are watching it. Like, I don't know if it's that big, but I love it to death. So everyone go watch The Rehearsal.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, I can check that out.
It's one of those things I don't want to spoil it. Like, you need to, I can't talk about it because that would be me spoiling it. You need to just watch it. We're going straight into
most anticipated movies of the summer.
How do you want to do this? We didn't talk about this off camera. How do you want to do this? You want to do 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1? Or do you want to just list? Okay, you want to okay.
From 3 all the way to 1.
Oh, I didn't organize I can organize it. It's not that hard. All right.
No problem. You want me to go first?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So it's probably gonna shock y'all that I have not this one movie at the 3, but after watching this teaser trailer, I had to put it here. I'm going with Weapons at 3.
Oh yeah.
I'm really interested in watching that one. That trailer gave me chills, and I think it's just the curiosity of what happened to. If you guys don't know, from the teaser trailer, it's about these kids going missing in the night, and a detective trying to figure out why.
All from one classroom.
All from one classroom.
Kids. Dude, that teaser.
Chills.
I watched it like 3 times. I was like, dude, this is how you tease a movie. That's a teaser.
That is how you do it.
That is the definition of a teaser.
Oh, yeah.
Because I got nothing.
You know what I would love, too? If they don't even show that scene in the movie. If it's just like, if they just have it where the teacher shows up to her class and it's just empty, and then, like, they're just like, what the heck happened? And then we just remember that footage that we saw in that teaser trailer of just those kids running with, like, their arms in the tee away.
Talking about it is making me uncomfortable.
That's what I'm saying. It was creepy.
It's so creepy. Because they just run into the darkness.
Yeah.
Like, that's it, and they're gone.
All of them. In a line. It was crazy. That scene where, like, it got more, like, into it, and the next thing you know, you see, like, all of them lined up, running across the grass. I was like, bro, what the heck? But you know what's crazy, too? When I was watching this trailer, I was thinking this was a superhero film or an action film, because the way it was just carrying on, and then right when I saw the kids running away, I was like, oh, this is Weapons, because I remember we heard about it at CinemaCon, so that's why I was like, oh. But yeah, I can't wait to watch it.
I'm excited.
I just want to see what happens.
My number 3. I've talked about this movie a few times now. I think on this podcast. Ballerina.
Ooh.
Not even a question. Oh.
I know you excited for that.
Oh, Mr. dude, John Wick. I am. Mr. John Wick. That's what I am, bro. Dude. They've shown off a lot of trailers, and I think the more trailers they've shown me, it's made me really angry that this movie just isn't out.
Yeah.
Like, let me just go watch it. What days does it come out? June? July? It's June, right?
I think it's June.
Please be
like
June.
June 26th or something? It's got to be like June
June
26th.
6th. June 6th.
Oh, 6th. My bad.
Hey, that's the day I get my Switch. Wow, what a day. What a day.
Oh, my God. John Wick, a spin-off with it, and your Nintendo
and my Nintendo Switch.
Are you going to take your Nintendo Switch to the theater and play with it while watching Ballerina?
Bro. Someone's going to rob me. I'm good. Dude, yeah, Ballerina definitely, like, high up there in terms of, like, my summer movie rankings. I'm a sucker for good action. I'm a sucker for that world. There's very little they can do in that movie to make me hate it. The one thing they could do is make it boring. But how is a John Wick movie going to be boring? It's just not. Like, it's because even if it's just constant action, very little character development, I'll walk out that theater and be like, you know what? I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You know, like when I watched Monkey Man, I feel like Monkey Man would be a great example of, like, not my favorite movie, but just great action. So Ballerina, number 3 for me.
Is there a way for Monkey Man to connect to the John Wick series?
Nah, I don't think so. I
was going to say, that'd be pretty cool if somehow, like, that dude and, like, John Wick.
That'd be pretty cool. little tag team movie.
It just came into my mind right now. I was like, interesting. Imagine Monkey Man, John Wick.
I would love
Baba
like
Yaga.
So that's my whole thing is I would love if they actually commit to this whole John Wick universe thing. Like when they get more characters, it'll be cool to see them cross and do like that crossover stuff. But I mean, Keanu Reeves is not gonna be in this franchise very much longer. He's got one more in him.
I think they should do something because there is something here that everybody loves. They should keep the world, kill him off, and then just have all these assassins be inspired by him.
Can I be honest? I think the wrong play would be to kill him off.
Oh, so like have him retire?
Yeah. I think you have him actually retire.
But that's the one thing. I feel like still they'd find a way to be like, John, this story's just so good, you have to be in it.
I just think, look, I think if you have him retire, like straight up finally get his happy ending retiring, I feel like that's the best way to go about this character because then, yes, he can just show up in other projects, but he'll be more of like Lawrence Fishburne's character. Yeah. Where he just kind of like talks and he has like really good monologues and he's like, a man needs to look good when he gets married and buried. You know, like lines like that I feel like would suit Keanu Reeves in the franchise once he's too old to do all the crazy action stuff. So I feel like that would work. I feel like it still works. And you could just use characters like Stick, like Ballerina, like, and just keep...
What's the homeboy's name?
Mr. Nobody. Oh, Nobody? Mr. Nobody. Yeah, like stuff like that. I feel like that would be... That's all I'd want. I feel like that'd be a really good thing. But I could see him dying too. That's not out of like the realm of possibilities. But Ana de Armas, you better cook. And you always cook.
Hopefully, man.
Yeah. Number 2, Phil.
All right, at number 2, I got F1.
F1? Really?
I'm really excited for F1.
You have been really excited for that movie.
I want to see it because like I'm just so interested to see what they did with that. I think it was like a $300 to $400 million budget.
And
it's like Formula One just seems super cool. I've never really seen an actual race or anything, but the fact that Brad Pitt, and I forgot homeboy's name. He's from I always forget the stinking name of the show he's a part of. It's from FX. Has to do with him selling cocaine.
Narcos?
Huh?
Narcos? Was that a FX show? No.
I think it was.
But are you talking about Javier Bardem?
Nah.
I'm trying to find who you're talking
He's
about.
black.
He's a black dude. I saw a black guy. Hold up. Damson Idris?
Yeah.
Or Abdul?
Yes.
Okay.
Damson Idris.
Got it.
I'm excited that he's in it, and I think this movie's low-key gonna cook. Like, I think it's gonna give me like, remember that PlayStation movie?
And the show you were talking about was Snowfall.
Snowfall. That's what it was. Snowfall.
Yeah.
But remember the movie Gran Turismo?
Yes.
I actually really like that movie.
I like that movie too. Very unexpected.
I know the trailer freaking sucked to watch every 20 seconds in the stinking theater, but when you actually watch that movie, it was really cool.
It was. That was a good movie.
But yeah, I'm excited for F1.
Nice. How good do you think? What are we thinking like reviews are going to be at for it? Like, you think it's going to be one of those like Ford v Ferrari type like racing movies? Like, this is the movie you have to watch? Or do you think it's going to be more like middling?
I feel like it has potential. Like, even though it is a $400 million movie, there may be like people going in with weird expectations where it's like, oh, like I don't think it's going to be a 9 or 10 out of 10, but I think that it's going to be good enough solely for the racing and even for like how they explain the technology of a Formula One car that it's going to be like a good 7 or 8 out of 10, but like a really good where it's like, oh yeah, that's notable.
The racing community, I think, will be really into this. Yeah.
That's why I'm like really going to get into it because I love Brad Pitt and I also love Damson Idris, but like, I think that world of F1, this may be a good way to introduce people to it. So I don't know. That's what I'm really excited about. So I'll say it may be a 7 or 8 so far. Yeah. That's what I'm going to put it at.
I could see that. I don't think it sucks. There's no way it sucks.
I hope it doesn't.
Yeah. I mean, there's always a chance things suck, but like I don't think this one will be that.
I hope.
My number 2. Mission Impossible.
Ooh.
The Final Reckoning.
Okay. Talk about it. What's up?
What do I say? What do I say about Mission Impossible? As someone who's the fakest Mission Impossible fan on planet Earth, I've only seen Fallout. I've only seen Dead Reckoning. I will watch the other ones. I want to. I've never gotten a chance to.
Which one's my favorite? My bad. Continue.
But the last one was so good, dude, and it ended up such a strong cliffhanger. A cliffhanger where I was like, oh, I can't wait. You know, not a cliffhanger where I'm like, all right, that felt rushed. This felt like that movie was such a satisfying watch, and they do such a good job with all their characters. Haley Atwell is great, and I can't wait to see her more. You know who's really good? Mantis from Guardians.
She's in it?
Yes,
Ooh,
she's. Oh, that's why you haven't watched it.
I gotta watch it. That's one movie. I'll probably watch it.
Correct me if I'm saying her name wrong, but it's Palm Clementif, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, her. She's great, and it seems like her character is gonna be a lot more like like in it, because she was in it, but she doesn't talk a whole lot. She's not like a big character. She's just sort of set up as like this villain that's constantly chasing them. So I think she's gonna get a lot more development in this movie, and her character's so sick. So I'm really into that. And then the villain is an AI.
Oh.
And without spoiling too much, it's just like they do a lot of really creative things that almost remind me of like Ultron, where like nowhere seems safe. Nowhere seems safe because it's everywhere, you know? So without spoiling any sort of specific scenes for you, like that movie, I hope concludes well, and I hope it gives Tom Cruise a send-off he deserves from what I understand the franchise is. Because I've never seen any of the movies. But from the clips I've seen and from the movies I've seen, that man is a talent. And he deserves a proper send-off. And if this movie's that, absolute cinema, baby. Absolute cinema.
What do you think about the idea that, because Tom Cruise mentioned that he wants to pass on the Mission Impossible franchise to Ryan Gosling. What do you think if they were to do that?
Even if it's not Ryan Gosling, I think that's where you go with the franchise. Because I think this franchise, no matter like...
Or not Ryan Gosling. What's his name?
I almost said
Glenn Powell.
Glenn Powell. I almost said Ryan Coogler, and I was like, that doesn't make any sense.
Ryan Coogler would cook with that movie.
Regardless of who takes on the mantle, I'm cool with it. I think that's one of those... It's like a James Bond. Mission... And that's what I want John Wick to be, too. Like, that's just, like... You can keep giving new people, like, Mission Impossible movies, and it could still work fine. Because it's not, like, a big, like, cinematic universe. It's mainly just, like, a... just spy movies, you know? Like, you can constantly have a new situation. It's like, oh, here's Glenn Powell for the next 3 movies. Okay, and then we're going to get, like, some other, like, new actor that's rising up, you know? I just feel like that works for this franchise, and I would love that.
I like that.
Yeah. I'm usually the guy that's, like, let things end when it's ready to end, but I feel like this makes sense. Like, that you can continue that. You don't need it to just be done forever, you know?
No, I'm
So, I'm in. What's your number 1, Phil?
At number 1, I know that was loud, but it's because I'm really excited for this movie. I got to go with The Fantastic Four First Steps.
That's mine too.
I got to, man.
Let's go, baby.
That movie, just the whole idea of it, and I'm like, even before we got to know the time period of it, I was so excited, even if it was modern. But the fact that they told us, 1, it's placed in the space race 60s, and 2, it's placed in another universe, already got me excited because I've been wanting something like that. I've been telling friends, with the multiverse, they should have
been doing that.
Yeah, they should have given us all these different types of movies, but told us it was in this universe. It was in that universe so that we could actually care.
Eternal should have been an alternate universe.
That too. That would have been
100%.
super cool because then you would have it would have given us emotional depth to these characters when it comes to the multiverse, even though they are using the Fox X-Men and they're using the Fantastic Four from their universe. It still would have been cool to have all these different stories with Loki, this and that, in all these different universes instead of solely being in 616, so that we could be like, oh, wow, we know why they're fighting. We've seen their universe. It's so cool. Please don't kill off their universe, like something like that. But the Fantastic Four First Steps movie looks so good. I literally am a guy who never watches trailer number 2s. I watched it for this one, and I actually am happy about it because it gave me a little bit more depth on it. But I am so excited for this movie. I think this is going to be the cherry on top to officially say the MCU's back. I know Thunderbolts, that's going to, like, based on how Captain America Brave New World was received, I think Thunderbolts is going to be the movie that's really going to be like...
Have you heard the reviews for Thunderbolts? I want to talk about that actually after we finish Fantastic Four, because I forgot to mention it to you. We can talk about Thunderbolts because people got to watch it.
Oh, I didn't get to see the reviews or anything because I don't want to be spoiled for it.
Okay.
But I just know that Thunderbolts and the Fantastic Four First Steps are going to be the movies that are like... Let's go.
From what I understand, without spoiling anything that I've seen, like specifics, but people are saying Thunderbolts is very good. Very good. And that
come on.
That's all I'll say. But I have a theory about Thunderbolts, but I want to talk about Fantastic Four really fast, okay? Do you think that universe just dies at the end of the movie? I'm very confident that's going to happen. They're making everyone too lovable.
That's
They're
true.
making all, like, the random people wait, like...
That is so true.
You know, like, in the trailer when it's like, thank you, Fantastic Four.
Oh, no.
Thank you, Fantastic Four.
Because then that's going to add to the emotional, like...
Yes, and, like, when the thing, they're like, lift the car! Lift the car!
No. Why
that
did you
universe
think
is
about
dead,
it?
bro. That universe is already dead, bro. We just haven't seen it yet.
I need to see Lil Susie see the thing, pick the car back up.
And then a car falls on her.
No!
Dude, I think it's going to happen.
Oh.
And honestly, I think that'd be such a W. I feel like that's such a great, dark twist. And think about... I got a Discord notification. I was like, where'd that come from? That was a weird, like... Did you see it? I was like, what?
You were like...
I think that would add so much to Reed's relationship, because if this whole thing is that he thinks it's his fault that he sent out some message to the universe for Galactus to come and eat their Earth, if at the end of the movie Doctor Doom is really the one that kills their universe, that'll add so much more hatred and tension to the relationship. Am I cooking with the theories right now?
Low-key, that is crazy. That is crazy.
I'm not going to act like that's my theory, though. I'm not going to lie. I did see that on Twitter. That was an idea.
Oh, it's somebody else's?
So I don't remember what the tweet was, but someone said that. And I was like,
problem.
You know what? You're a genius. I'm going to steal that. But yeah, I think that's going to happen. I actually agree with that tweet. Like, I saw a lot of people, a lot of interactions. Like, everyone after that trailer was like, oh, this universe is already dead. Like, it was multiple people. It wasn't just one tweet. Like, everyone I feel like that makes so much sense.
It makes sense, bro. Oh man, I was just liking that world, bro.
You haven't seen it yet, bro. You already like.
But I just see how everybody is, and I see that they really care about the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, they're all so lovable,
and they trust
them.
So seeing that, it's gonna be sad if they just disappear.
Fantastic Four is gonna be a banger. I'm really excited.
Oh man.
Really fast. This will be a good TikTok because I'm 100% certain I'm right on this.
Okay.
I've never been more confident in my theory in my entire life.
Okay, I'll clip it.
All right, here's my Thunderbolts theory, guys. All right, Thunderbolts comes out next week. We're really excited. I'm really excited. You're really excited. All right. The movie is called Thunderbolts Asterix.
Yeah.
The movie's called Thunderbolts Asterix.
I was wondering about that asterisk thing.
Here's my theory.
Uh-oh.
Do you remember at the end of Falcon and the Winter Soldier when he gets the suit? Show ends, cuts to black, title pops up again, but this time it says Captain America and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Here's what they're going to do with Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts Asterix, movie ends, change the name, Avengers. What are we thinking? No? Yes? Think about it. This is why. This is why I'm saying this. This is why I'm saying this, okay? This is why I'm saying this, okay?
Okay, yeah.
We have the Fox X-Men in this movie.
Yeah.
They've confirmed some of them. Who else do they confirm? Like Thor.
Wait, are you talking about for Doomsday?
Like for Doomsday.
Okay.
Yeah, they've confirmed the Fox X-Men. They've confirmed like Thor, and who else have they confirmed? They've confirmed some other like groups of people in the universe, Shang-Chi, like stuff like that. You know who they haven't? We don't know who our Avengers lineup is.
Yeah.
But you know who they made sure to confirm for this movie? The Fantastic Four, but also the Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
Everyone in that movie is confirmed to be in Doomsday. Wouldn't it make the most sense for this team of people, probably one of the only established teams in the MCU, that's going to be together by the end of Doomsday, by the start of Doomsday, to be the first people to encounter Doom and then be like the forefront leading the Avengers?
And if you think about it too, in the latest trailer for Thunderbolts, what was the first thing we kept on hearing?
They kept saying, where are the Avengers? Where are the Avengers?
And the Avengers aren't coming.
And you know, Winter Soldier says, we can be the ones to help them.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. I'm back, baby.
Wow. That would be elite marketing.
It would be insane. Like, and everyone would go watch it. Because it's like, I think this movie's going to make a lot of money. I'm pretty confident. Because people are saying it's good. And,
I'm going to have to go see this on Thursday. Dude, I'm going to have to.
Like, I'm hearing some great stuff. And I'm very confident I'm right on this. I'm so confident. And this wasn't a tweet. Unless someone did tweet it. I just didn't see it. I'm very confident it's the case. And I really hope I'm right. Because I'm going to be sitting there.
I hope you right too low-key now.
Because this is going to go viral. This is going to go viral. I'm telling you, bro. We're going to blow up. Dude, I'm going to stand there like, let's go! Let's go! I can't wait for that movie. And can I be honest? Winter Soldier leading an Avengers team with Captain America makes sense. Because we know, like, Sam will obviously probably be the leader of the Avengers. Yeah. But having the Thunderbolts as, like, a groundwork for this new Avengers team leading into Doomsday would be perfect. Yeah. I feel like it makes sense. I'm not saying, like, oh, they're the Avengers moving forward. But they're going to be the Avengers, like the new team. This is the new, you know, not West Coast Avengers, not like what Miss Marvel's doing, but like this is the New York team. This is what we're getting. And who better to run the Avengers than Florence Pugh? She kills it, like always. I love her. I think like Yelena is such a strong character, and there's so much potential with her there. So I would love to see her be a leader in some sort of way, almost like above Black Widow, Natasha, because in a lot of ways I feel like what sucked about Natasha is she got sidelined a lot of the time. So what a great way to like really bring back like this whole Widow thing by making Yelena the forefront of the Avengers.
Hey, but Black Widow went out like a G in Endgame.
And she did.
She went out like a G.
But it sucks that like in Avengers, it's like, oh, she just has a pistol. And it sucks that in Age of Ultron, she's the one getting caught, you know? Infinity War, it's like, she's dope, but like, what's she gonna do to these aliens, you know?
Hey, she was putting in work.
She was, but like, it's not, it's like, what are you gonna do with a gun? You know
Her
what I'm
and
saying?
Dora Milaje, when they fought on in the stake in the land where the border was and stuff, and then like they were taking on that one alien lady.
Yeah, but then Scarlet Witch comes out and clowns on her, and they're like, where have you been this whole time? You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's true.
They always downplay her. So I would love to see Yelena be a leader and like let that be her character. Because I always felt like Black Widow was like the mom of the group, not just because she's a woman, but like that's very much how they play into it. Like, that's mom, and you know what? Hawkeye's dad, bro. That guy.
Honestly, that
guy, and like realistically probably Cap, but like honestly, it's probably Captain America.
But they were like the human people trying to like keep
them,
like,
exactly
at a level,
them
especially
together.
Tony. Like remember in Iron Man 2, the whole thing she was doing for him.
Yeah, I just felt like Black Widow really held that team together. Like she was the glue, you know. Because like freaking Iron Man and Cap aren't the glue, bro. They're constantly getting into arguments
every time.
So I always just felt like Black Widow was the glue, and I feel like she should have been more of a leader. Like she should have been more put in front of the camera more. I would love to see Yelena be that for a new Avengers team.
I like that.
That's what I'm saying. Thunderbolts asterisk, cut to black, Avengers, baby.
So like Avengers Thunderbolts or Thunderbolts Avengers?
Something like that. It's going to be something Avengers related.
Maybe the Dark Avengers.
Yes.
Imagine.
I would love that. See, that would be really cool.
And maybe Red Hulk comes out of nowhere? I'm just playing.
I mean,
I don't know. It's just theories, man.
Just theories, man. I love it. I think that's a good idea, and I think that'd be really cool if they did that.
So earlier, we mentioned the name Ryan Coogler cooking.
I did, yeah.
In Mission Impossible, maybe. I said he'd cook if he got Mission Impossible because, you know, he's on a little run right now. And yes, I'm talking about Sinners. We talked about Sinners last week, and I don't think we got enough time to really dive into what we were thinking. But also, I wanted to get back into it because somebody on Instagram brought up some really cool ideas for spinoffs or sequels. And just in case, I'm going to shout out that person. The person's name on Instagram is Liam Loves Movies, just to say. But before we get into all the other stuff, I just want to bring up these ideas he brought up. So there were 4 he came up with, whether they're sequels or spinoffs, but here's the first one. A Smoke and Stack prequel.
Nah, I'm good.
You wouldn't want to see a Smoke and Stack prequel? See what was going on over in the war to their rise into Chicago with Al Capone?
I'm going to be a big hater on this segment right now.
Okay.
No. Want to know why? Because I felt like the way that movie gave us their backstory was perfection. It gave me just enough to understand who these people are, but didn't have to shove it in my face and like tell me. So no, I'm good.
Okay. All right.
Well, you want that?
Oh yeah, I would want to check it out, but that's not the number one thing I want. I'm gonna get to that. Next up, Choctaw Nation vampire hunter film.
That was like the people in the opening of the movie, right?
Where the ones that were hunting, they were hunting Remick.
That'd be cool.
I would love to see that. That's interesting. Especially if they make it like, or bring it up to modern speed where it's like their great-great-granddaughter or grandson is now like, it's almost like Transylvania type thing.
Yeah.
I would, or not, was that Transylvania?
Like
the vampire Netflix?
Yeah,
okay, just making sure.
You were talking about a specific show? I thought you were talking about
Castlevania. My bad.
I thought you were just talking about Transylvania, like in general.
No, not Hotel Transylvania. Not
that's
that.
what I was thinking of.
That was Adam Sandler. I was thinking of Castlevania, the anime. That's hella cool.
Hunting vampires, baby.
Trevor Belmont. Oh, my bad. But yeah, I would love to see that. Next up, Remick Irish vampire prequel.
Nah, I'm good.
How come?
I like his mystery. I like that we know nothing about him. I think it's kind of cool. I think it adds so much. It makes him significantly more intimidating.
The only reason why I would be interested in that is because I do love the fact that, like, the thing that really gets me into it is because, you know how at the end of the movie, when Stack and Mary survived, they were different than Remick? They weren't really obsessed with trying to bite every human that was in their, like, vicinity. Compared, like, him, he seemed like he wanted to do that. Like, so I would want to know why he was so obsessed with, like, creating that fellowship, and also why he was so, like obsessed with, like, bringing everybody in and having everybody become a vampire.
I thought it was mainly just because he was like the vampire. Like he was like this first one, I would assume. Like he was the central one. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
Because his eyes were red, everyone else's were white.
Well, yeah, but
that's different. Like that differentiated
weren't there 3 of them
him.
that were red? Remember the people he bit who were part of that KKK thing?
No, those dudes were white.
I thought their eyes were red. I saw some red, but I guess. But
I want to double check that. I'm pretty sure their eyes were white because I remember when they're all dancing together, all their eyes are white.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, and then last but not least, a Stack and Mary sequel.
Definitely not.
Definitely not.
Why?
They could.
They're just hanging out.
But they could also open up the world a little bit more, like because remember they did say something where it's like, oh, this could be a universe where not just vampires but other supernatural things are in there. It could be like we're looking through their POV of like different supernatural things or creatures that's going on. Like they're trying to live their life, also trying to like also showing us how they're still in a relationship and they're still doing their thing. While we're seeing this stuff going on around them. Like, they could show us how dangerous the world really is of sinners.
Look, I get that. I think I'm just so against cinematic universe-ing this franchise. Because I just don't think it needs that. There's something... This movie is so special. Why are we going to just riddle it with a bunch of cinematic nonsense? You know, I would love for Ryan Coogler to do a werewolf movie or a ghost movie and like grow on that, but why does it have to be based on this world? Why can't we just get different things?
That's true. I just find these interesting, and I think there's just still more that could be dived into. That's
why a prequel I would be okay with. Like the with like the old people like hunting the vampires. Love that. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I just think like spinning off 2 characters, like individual characters, I'm like no, because then that just feels like we're playing into what, like the corporate greed of it all, you know, like, oh, people know these characters, so they want to go watch it. But like, if you make a prequel movie about like the vampire hunters, that's cool. That's a cool, interesting idea. But to make a Mary and Stack spin up, bro, then the movie was very obvious that they're kind of just hanging out, and they're doing their thing. So like, I don't think I need any more information on them. Like, I got their closure. That answered my questions. I think if we got, what was the main vampire's name?
Remick.
I think if we got a Remick spin-off movie, sure, it could be scary and it could be weird and creepy or whatever. But I think so much of his mystery is what makes his character so interesting. He's just a weird dude. Like, it's very unsettling. What was the other one? Oh, the Smoke and Stack prequel. You got their backstory in the movie. You just didn't see it.
Yeah.
I feel like that's textbook writing. Being able to like understand something without having to properly see it, that's great writing.
Yeah.
So I just think like all these ideas diminish what Sinners tried so hard to do, which was like give you so much by showing you so little. That's what I love about that movie. It's fantastic writing. But I think these would just like, oh, okay, cool. Like it's not as interesting anymore. It makes Sinners less interesting to me.
I don't know. I think it adds to it. I think like the 2 main things that I was really interested in was Stack and Mary sequel and a Remick Irish Vampire prequel. Only because with Remick, yes, we do understand that he's a weird guy, but also I think the one thing that really makes me want to understand it a little bit more is that final scene with Sammy and him, where he knew the Lord's Prayer and he was reciting it with the vampires and like he was control of as well. And he just says, yeah, I remember hearing that when they stole my land and all that, like, or my forefathers stole his land from where he was. And you could tell there's just so much hate. And what if that is also the driving force of why he is a vampire? And what if also he isn't the original vampire?
But that's what I'm saying. That's so awesome that he was that like small bit of dialogue is able to tell you so much because you know the history of like the I don't remember what Christians, English, whatever, them taking over Ireland and pushing their religion on the Irish people and basically getting rid of their culture. It's the exact same thing he's doing. That's what makes it so cool. Like, but why do I need to see that? I don't need to see that. He told me what happened.
I know, but then you could build on that with like him becoming a vampire, him probably thinking, oh, I can kill those people now, but also finding out that, yo, I have this power that anybody I can bite, I have them in my control. Like we're all in a fellowship per se. So we could see why that motivation is there and also why it differs from, I'm guessing, the other vampires. Because I don't think he's the very first one.
No, I don't think he's the very first one. I was just meaning he was the central one because his eyes were different. Like everyone else's eyes were white, his were red. Like I felt like
that's
there was
what
something
they could get
like,
into there too. I don't know. That's what I'm. If this were to happen, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm totally fine with the way Sinners ended. I'm totally fine with it just being its own movie. But if these were to happen, I wouldn't be mad.
I'm just like, let's push new ideas instead of just retreading ground again. Because like I get it. Like it would be cool, but like that him giving that dialogue where he knows the Lord's Prayer says so much about his backstory without having to show it to you. Same thing with Smoke and Stack. All the little how they killed their dad and how they like we're in Chicago and some weird stuff went on. They robbed both sides and they're playing both sides. That's so cool that they like mention it, but it never feels forced. It never feels like they're setting up something else. They're just bringing it up like they're real people. That's what that movie does so good. It writes very realistic people, and I don't want a cinematic. I'm trying to figure out a way I can make that a word. I don't want to make that a cinematic universe because I think that movie's so special, and I don't want to ruin that. Okay. You know.
So make it just a one-hit wonder, and then make something new.
Ryan Coogler, do whatever you want, bro. Go just have fun. Like he's doing Black Panther 3 right now.
Yeah.
After that, bro, go do whatever you want. You're a genius.
Honestly, MCU give him Blade.
Yeah,
give him Blade.
I think he said Blade. No though, right? I thought he like.
That's one funny thing. I think that he low key is like going in at Kevin Feige or the MCU with this movie Sinners because the fact that they've been delaying Blade, he's just like, all right, I'll make my own.
I just saw a thing that someone asked him who's his favorite vampire, and he said Blade.
Michael B. Jordan said the same thing. So I'm low key like, if Mahershala Ali were to leave, give it to Michael B. Jordan and
dude, don't let Mahershala Ali leave. That'd make me so sad.
I don't want him to, but at the same time, I kind of want him to because I'm feeling bad because he's missing out on projects because of this. He is, and I'm just like, bro, like I'm gonna be mad because the Eternals had one of my favorite post-credit scenes in the MCU with Blade going like, I wouldn't want to touch that if I were you, bro. And they don't do anything with that.
Yeah.
That pisses me off.
Because y'all hated Eternals, and now all of a sudden you guys like it.
Yeah.
Where were you at?
No, for real.
Where were you at?
Shame on you guys. Like, I still don't understand that. Hey, if you thought it was a stinking 7 out of 10, okay.
That's not like, bad. Like, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. Like, people rated it like a 4 or 5, and I'm like, what did you guys watch?
I know.
And now we can't even get the Blade movie because everybody was like, I don't know. Like, we had the post-credit scene in there, but not a lot of people liked Eternals. Bro, Blade, I watched the first movie again, and I'm just like, dang, bro, imagine a modern Blade.
Dude, and Eternals, like, bro, y'all be complaining about the visuals, like, look how bad garbage these MCU movies look now. That movie was freaking gorgeous.
It looked amazing.
Ugh.
Looked so amazing.
That was probably the best looking MCU movie we've had since Endgame.
It was.
Isn't that crazy? That's 4 years ago.
I wholeheartedly believe that was the most visually best movie the MCU brought out since Endgame.
Yeah, I agree.
Since. Without a doubt.
Y'all are haters. And I hate you all. You're the reason why I'll never get them back.
Also, the one thing I want to finish off with is, I know you said Preacher Boy was probably like the character for you in Sinners, Sammy. To me, it was the Stack Twins, or it was Smoke and Stack Twins.
Oh yeah, dude, that's
without
valid.
a doubt.
So valid.
Like, the one thing I love about Michael B. Jordan playing the Smoke and Stack Twins, you can tell that it is him, but it's definitely not him, if that makes sense. It's totally two different people. And it's scary to realize that. I don't know if it's the editing that does it so well, where they, like, you know, they shared the knife when they were killing that snake. They sharing cigarettes when they smoking. They even, like, when they're talking or around other people too, you could see that they are both different people. Like that scene when Remick and those vampires were like singing that "Pick More Around It," and then like Stack was like, and then Smoke was like, "Man, cut that out." I was like, "Bro, this is so perfect." But you can tell they are purely two different people, and that is awesome. And I think Michael B. Jordan, phenomenal actor, and he did a phenomenal job just understanding both characters and sticking to the script with both of them.
You think he's a front runner for best actor this year?
You see, I want to put him there. I want to, because that performance, so good. But I think that there is definitely going to be something that comes out where somebody's going to be like, nope, it was him.
But is he the front runner right now?
Right now,
he has to be number one.
Right now, yes, to me.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
I think Sinners is probably right now number one movie. Like, it's probably going to win. But, like, obviously, there's
number
probably
one
more later.
Yeah, right now at this point,
No, keep going.
But right now at this point of, what is it, May?
Yeah, we're
April?
Yeah, end of April.
April. Michael B. Jordan, Best Actor, Best Picture, Sinners.
Can I be honest with you?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Sinners is the perfect example of a movie the Oscars loves, I can see it winning.
I hope it does.
That movie's so deep, but also so appealing and so good that I think this movie 100% deserves it.
Oh yeah.
And I can't think of too many movies. I feel like you're gonna get the random movies that like always come out of nowhere that everyone's talking about. I feel like maybe, unless I'm wrong here, but like Anora was one of them where it was like, whoa, what the heck? This movie's so good. Similar to like I was supposed to say Amelia Perez. That would have been fun.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Conclave, right? That came out last year.
Conclave was really good too.
The Brutalist, like stuff like that. Like I think those movies you're kind of just gonna get, and they're gonna come out, and people are gonna be like, "Whoa!" So, but right now, yeah, Sinners 100% front runner.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of scary monsters,
let's
talk about The Last of Us season 2, episode 2. Phil, it was the episode. And to all you sad moms out there who watched it, I'm very sorry you didn't know it was going to happen. But I want you to know, I had a great week watching everyone's reactions of people crying. So much fun. Laughing. I'm sitting there. I was sitting on the couch, and there's this video of this mom just like I'm done. And she's crying. She's like, spoilers for Last of Us. Just crying her eyes out. Like, you're telling me you knew this was going to happen, and I'm just sitting on my phone. I'm crying, laughing. I'm like, this is the funniest thing on planet Earth.
Everybody kept on editing the scene where Tony Stark finds out Bucky killed his parents.
And
It was like him, the normal fans who didn't play the game. Did you know? And then it shows Captain America as the gamers.
I didn't know it was him.
I didn't know it was him. And it shows Tony.
Yes. Yes.
Bro, this episode was a 10 out of 10 for me. It was without a doubt a 10 out of 10. Like, I'm just going to list out my top 3 likes without a doubt. So, 1, their plan in Jackson to defend themselves was so cool, bro. Like, usually it's just people on the wall, people on the ground, people go under, the people who can't really shoot or defend themselves, hide. But the plan they had to defend themselves in the town was elite. I was like, bro, they had layers on layers on layers of what to do. So, obviously, they had, like they had the rifles, they had the assault rifles on top, and they had barrels of oil and gasoline to throw at these zombies, the horde that was coming at them. And then they threw them down, shot at the barrels. They got all over the infected, the infected. And then that was phase 1, where it's like, oh, light them on fire, get them a little weak. And then after that, they had people with flamethrowers on the ground, ready just in case if they get into Jackson. And I was like, that is really cool. I wouldn't have thought of that. That's really, and where the heck did they get the flamethrowers? That's really cool. And then they had people on top of the roofs just in case in the back of the town to shoot from above on these infected. And I'm like, bro, they have layers on layers of different things. This is good.
It's all coordinated. It's so coordinated.
Yeah, I was like, even the way they were setting everything up with like, I think they had 5 minutes of notice, and they were just how hurrying or how fast they were doing it. I was so impressed, bro. But Tommy, you a G, bro.
Oh yeah, Tommy.
My third.
We like Tommy.
My bad.
No, that's it.
My second, the horde. That was crazy, bro. That scared the crap out of me. That, them coming out the snow. What the heck?
If I remember correctly, not in the game.
Oh, really?
Oh, you're talking about the horde when they're getting, are you talking about when Abby's running and that in the game? Sorry.
I didn't know about that.
With Jackson, not in the game.
I don't think they came from the snow in Jackson.
No, but you're talking about how coordinated they were, where they're pulling the flamethrowers and they're on the snipers and they're shooting the dudes.
Oh,
yeah.
What
you're talking about? Not in the game.
Oh, that wasn't in the game?
No.
That was so cool, bro. That was so unbelievably cool. And then last but not least, Joel's death. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, I'm sorry about all you moms, bro.
Oh,
sorry, guys.
my gosh. Bro, the way they did that whole scene, him finding Abby, him taking Abby back to the one spot, and you know it's going to happen. And I'm just looking at Abby the whole time. I'm just like, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. And then right when, the thing starts happening, I just go, F you, Abby. F you. I literally was just sitting on my couch just angry, so angry. And then when she's doing her thing, slowly killing him, and then homegirl goes in, Ellie, that's when it really that's when I was just I'm putting my fist like this. I'm just going back and forth. If I could jump through this screen right now, I bet you, I was literally thinking, I was like, I bet you I could take out And also, his name's Danny Ramirez, right? The guy who played Falcon in Brave New World. That's his actor name. Yeah. Danny Ramirez.
Oh, he's Manny?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. I knew the guy looked familiar.
I got one thing to say to you, Mr. Danny Ramirez.
Say it back to him.
It's up.
I hate him.
It's up. No.
Gosh.
When you looked at Joel's dead body and you said, and excuse my language when I say this, I'm just quoting, pendeja. You are weak. I know you an actor, but I thought I hated Abby the most. You going over his dead body and saying that? Oh, when Ellie gets hers, I'm gonna be cheering. Oh, I'm gonna be cheering. I might kick my TV too with her. I might be on that TV going like, bah, bah, bah. No, I'm gonna save up. I'm gonna save up for another TV though. But I'm gonna be like, over here talking to a dead body. He couldn't even defend himself. And Joe also is a G. Like when Abby doing that whole monologue and you thinking that she's going to keep going on, because low-key in my head, I kept on saying, shut up, bro. Just do it already. Joe goes, hey, shut the F up and do it already. I was like, yeah. Low-key, Joe went out like a G like homeboy in Breaking Bad. What's his name again? Frank?
Mike?
Was it Mike?
What are you talking about? What character?
Remember in the last episode, Hank. He low-key went out like a G like Hank. But I don't know, bro. Like, that episode was so good. But now, that woke me up. I can't wait to watch every single episode. And I hope that Ellie turns into freaking Batman and just goes crazy on these people. Like, slowly killing them. They all deserve a slow death. A slow death. Ellie, I don't care. Don't shoot them in the head. Slowly kill them.
I can't wait to see if this holds by the time the season ends. I love this thought process. This is good. This is what they want you to feel, Phil.
I'm so mad, bro.
You're playing into their hands right
now.
I
don't care. I'm mad. I want to low-key get in there and help Ellie. I low-key want to jump through that screen and be like, I've never shot a gun before.
You sound like me 5 years ago. Huh? You sound like me 5 years ago.
Oh, for real?
This is my exact reaction.
I'm so mad, bro. And I literally watched the episode 3 hours ago, and I'm still thinking of ways to just like help her. I'm just like, yo, low key, if you take Manny, I'll take Abby. Like, you won't have to deal with that unless you want her, bro. Like, Ellie, if you want her, I'll give you to her, but I low key want her. I low key want to kill her myself.
What sucks is I can't react like you are right now because all the emotions you're processing, I processed 5 years ago. Like, it's so hard to watch, dude.
That was hard to watch.
Like tears, bro. Joel was my guy. Not a good dude. He sucks. He's an awful man. But like, oh, dude, that hurt.
Oh yeah,
it hurts so. And it's to me what made it so much worse is when she walks in the door and she hits with the she freaks out and like because she sees Joel on the floor. Oh yeah. Because she's opened that door, she don't know what's behind there. She just hears something. When she opens the door and she like freaks out and then that's what gets her. Yeah. And then when she's on the floor, bro. Yeah. And she's just like, I'm gonna kill you. Yeah. I'm gonna kill you. Yeah. It's like in Vinland Saga. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It literally
Thorfinn was like, I'm getting you. I swear, with all my heart, I'm gonna kill you.
Dude, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you. And then she like knocks out. It's such a hard watch, dude. It's probably one of the roughest deaths in like media I've ever seen. Like, because that was mentally scarring. Yeah. I didn't think that was gonna happen. You know what's funny? In the trailers for the game, they show Joel late game. Like they show him in like there's a scene where like Ellie's about to fight someone, but then like someone grabs like her mouth and like puts it, and it's Joel, and it's like, you think I'd let you do this on your own? And it cuts and it ends. Oh. But in the game, when you actually play it, instead it's a different character that like he's in the show. I just don't want to spoil it if they do the thing. But like they fake you out. They do the MCU fake out. Because this is what I'm gonna say. Okay, what's so cool is the way the trailer frames it when part 2 was coming out was Dina was the one who died. They make you think Dina's the one that gets killed and she's on a revenge mission to go like stop whoever killed Dina. They fake you out so hard because it's Joel. And it makes so much more sense because why would like you wouldn't care as much. It's hard watch, dude.
That would mess me up so much.
It's such a hard watch. And then we're going to do we have 5 minutes, so we'll cut to our cut. we're back. Where were we at with The Last of Us? I was just talking about the game.
I think you were talking about the part where Ellie, or no. I think it was like Ellie.
Here, keep talking. I'll make sure it's audio is recording.
I think it was like you were. I see the green right there, but
No, that just means.
yeah, I remember you saying like Ellie.
Let me reset. Okay, this is what I was saying. Okay,
It was something about Ellie.
Taking it back.
Oh yeah. You were talking about
like,
Dina, where you thought Dina was
yeah.
the one
So the
who was
way
gonna die.
the marketing was going was they were teasing it like Dina was the one who died, and Joel was gonna help her like take revenge.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously not what happens, not 100%. So that made a lot of people upset.
Yeah.
So this is where I want to talk about this. Dude, movie people, TV show people, y'all film people over there, you guys are so much better. You're so much more calm and funny and understanding and like actually care than all you like loser gamers, bro.
What happened?
As a gamer, I can tell you guys are all geeks, and I don't like you.
What happened? What's been going on? They don't like that episode?
Oh, so if you ask the majority of, not the majority, if you ask a very strong, passionate minority of people, they hate The Last of Us Part 2. Hate it. Hate it with a burning passion.
Oh, yeah, that.
And that comes from a lot of political things, but more importantly, it's that decision right there. It's Joel's death.
Oh.
So what I was very excited to see was user scores. How are like movie and TV show people gonna feel about The Last of Us this episode? This episode currently sits at a 9.5 out of 10.
I know I wasn't tripping.
God bless you all. That you guys have normal minds. That you can be happy. You could be super sad about a story decision, but still be like, I'm in it for the ride right now.
Oh, I can't wait, bro.
Dude, it's exciting. It's good. It's different. It's weird. It's so unexpected. And that's what makes it so genius.
Exactly.
That's what makes it so genius. You guys just wanted your surface level, like, I want Ellie to go fight with Joel and do this, whatever. Like, I'm sorry, dude, but we got to be creative. We got to push the needle somehow. And this is how you do it. You make different decisions. You do things that are interesting. The game is so good at subverting your expectations. And I think this season's going to keep doing that. So I'm very excited. This is like a science experiment to me. This is me watching everyone else's reaction. I want to see how like people, as the show progresses, I'm curious to see, and we get into season 3, I'm so curious to see how people are going to react to certain characters.
Oh, yeah.
I'm curious to see when they get into more of Abby, how people are going to think about Abby. I'm curious to see what they're going to think about Ellie and Dina and their relationship. And, what's his face? What's the Asian guy? Jesse.
Oh, Jesse.
I'm so excited to see what people think about them and Tommy. Like, characters go through so much growth and change, and like, there's things without spoiling anything. Like, I think the way you're feeling now will be completely different by the time you get to the end. I think.
I'm still gonna want Ellie to kill everybody.
100%.
I'm still gonna want
and
her
I'm
to
curious
do it.
to see if that stays like that. I'm
It's
so
gonna
curious.
stay, believe me.
I'm very curious.
I want her to get her get back.
She should. She deserves her get back, bro.
I want her to turn into an elite assassin. Out of the blue, they're just sitting down enjoying their life. That's another thing I wanted to say. Congratulations, Abby. You killed him. And you just scarred another little girl who lost her father. Congratulations. Congratulations. She was leaving. She was all like, oh, yeah, I feel so relieved. That girl gonna get you. She gonna get you. And you gonna die. And I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna love it.
Can't wait for the show to keep going.
I ain't changing my feelings, bro. I ain't gonna change until I see Abby dead.
I'm just saying I think you'll have a different perspective. I think
I don't care.
I think things will change.
No.
Do you have anything else you want to say? You have anything else you want to say on Lost?
Abby needs to die. Along with Manny. Or Danny. Danny Ramirez.
Yeah, but Manny is his name. The character's name is Manny.
Oh, his name's Manny?
Yeah.
Manny needs to die too. You don't stand over a dead body that can't defend himself like that and say that word, bro. You don't.
What about Owen? Tall white guy? Just kind of there.
He did say end it, so yeah, you gotta die too. You gotta die too. The other two girls, I mean, I know they like...
I mean, end it, not saying like, end it, like, yeah, end it. He was saying like, all right, can't torture him no more. We have to just go. He was saying get it over with. So, technically, he did stop Joel's suffering.
We'll see.
We'll see. He's dead.
We'll see. I need him
Joel's
to die.
going to get up. Actually, guys, sorry. Let me spoil The Last of Us for you. Joel is going to get sent to the Lazarus pit. They're going to bring him back to life. But really, he's going to want revenge.
And he's
angry.
gonna be Batman.
No, he's going to put on the Red Hood. This is how we get Red Hood. Yeah. You have anything else you want to say on The Last of Us?
That was a 10 out of 10 episode.
Fantastic episode. And I'm
10 out of
happy
10.
you guys liked it. All right. I missed it. Oh, speaking of horror video game franchises, let's get into another adaptation. An adaptation I didn't watch, but a game I love. Phil, have you played Until Dawn?
I have watched the gameplay for it a billion times.
Okay. So, Phil, you've watched Until Dawn. What do you think about Until Dawn?
I love the game. I love the game. Yeah. The game is good.
That's the most disrespectful thing you could have said. I love
good.
the game.
Yeah. I love the game. The movie? Oh, man. What the heck were you thinking? David F. Sandberg. What was that? What was that? And you know what makes me more annoyed? You going like, you have to go see it, Phil. You got to go see it. And then you don't watch it. And I come on here and I'm just like, oh, now I got to review that crap.
All right, so you're putting words in my mouth.
I'm just playing.
Because I didn't say.
He didn't say that. He asked me if I was going to watch it.
Yeah. I said, I'm cool if you don't want to watch it because I'll watch it.
Dang it.
And you were like, no, I'll probably watch it.
But because you were watching it, but
yeah, but I didn't watch it. I don't got time, bro. I don't got time.
So yeah, it was. I'm gonna get the likes out of the way. I did like the kills. The kills were gruesome.
I heard it was pretty gory.
They were pretty gruesome and they were pretty nasty to watch. Like, literally from the jump, they're just some brutal kills. I'm trying to think of another thing I liked in the movie. I guess
Damn. I heard practical effects were really good.
Yeah, the practical effects were good. The lighting was good. That's it. That's all my likes.
Well, there's the Until Dawn review, guys. Thank you for watching. No.
All right. Close my laptop. My dislikes. I did not like one single character in that movie. I did not like one. I didn't even care about any of them.
Which is very much against the games.
That's
the
why
games you at least like some of them.
Bro, like in the Until Dawn / The Dark Pictures anthology, don't ask me how I know that. I just really love story games that let you choose different things. I care about every single character. Like I'll look into their like storyline if they love this person, if they love their mom, if they love their dad, if they love their pet, if they want to go back to something, if they have like college or high school or a job they're waiting. I love that. I love that whole dynamic. This movie, it was marketed where it's like, oh, this group of friends goes to help this one girl look for her friends. They ain't even a group of friends. Like there's a couple of them more friends, but the other two are just like, I mean, the other one is just like there, and then the other, I don't know, they have this weird friendship vibe that they don't even use through the movie. And then there was a lot. I know that there are movie mistakes that you see in a movie. You ever seen that commercial? That one commercial about the horror movies where they just keep choosing every wrong path, and even the killer's just looking at them like,
oh, come on.
You remember that? That was literally this movie, except the killer didn't hold back. He was like, hey, you want to go there? I'll kill you. Bro, literally there was so much like... It was just so agonizing to see the choices they made. Like, the girl gets pulled by she gets clearly possessed or pulled by a paranormal entity. And the first guy thinks is, open the door, we gotta save her. And I'm just like, and then the one character who was actually pretty smart, he's like, bro, she just got pulled. What are you talking about? He's like, I have to save her. Oh, I'm like, why would you chase after that? Why? She got yanked. She didn't get pulled. She got yanked. You want to go out there to that? And then one character's like, bro, come on, you got to think about it. He's like, no. Ah. Even though, it was just so stupid. But every choice they made was stupid. Going into the house was stupid. Driving was stupid. The whole movie was stupid. Even the rules of the movie, because you know how it's like that hourglass keeps flipping?
Yeah.
And it's like, well, I can't spoil it too much for you because you're going to watch it.
Probably.
But, like, they don't follow the rules of the whole thing. Like, I don't even know the word to give it. It just doesn't follow the plot. It doesn't follow the plot. And I don't know. You may be disappointed with the ending. You might be. I'm going to give it that. I did not like the ending, for you, just to say the least. I didn't like it. I didn't think it made any sense at all. It was weird, and whatever that thing was at the end, I hope it relates to the game. But
there's a thing at the end. I heard
there might be.
I heard this movie's okay. Look, really fast. It sounds like they're trying to set up an Until Dawn second game. Like with this movie, they
Second
remade.
game?
Yeah, they're trying to do a second game. That's what it sounds like, at least. They recently remade the original.
Yeah.
And they added a post-credit scene at the end that like
Oh.
teases something. And then this movie is supposedly connected to the game. I heard only for a couple things. They like added a couple things that like make it connected, so it's in universe.
Yeah. So
Sounds like they're trying to make a second game.
if that connects to it, I'm gonna be very angry because that ending. It was so like, what the heck?
So what's your number score out of 10?
The kills were good. That's the only thing writing for it. So I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 10.
Damn.
I'm gonna give it a 4. I just didn't
Damn.
like the characters. I didn't like the way it ended. I didn't like the fact that it didn't really follow its own rules. It was just.
I think that's the
It was
lowest.
disjointed.
I think that's the lowest score you've ever given something on this podcast.
I think I gave Snow White a 4 out of 10 or a 5 out of 10.
Oh, you did.
I don't
You're
know.
right. Yeah, but I think 4 is the lowest you've gone then. Yeah.
You know a hot take? I'd rather watch Snow White than Until Dawn. I'd
Wow.
rather watch that.
So it's got to be a 3 then, right?
I low-key want to give it a 3, but the kills were that good. It was just, the kills were good. It's just, everything else was stupid.
Damn. I'm sorry you had to go through that. That's really rough.
Thanks a lot, Izzy. I'm playing.
My fault.
But yeah, I mean, if you guys get a chance, if you guys love horror movies, if you guys love gore, by all means, go watch it. If you love horror movies with a story, don't go watch it.
I heard a really good review of it, and it was like, this is a perfect, like, I'm 16 years old, gonna watch a movie with friends, and we're gonna eat snacks, at night. It's like it's a generic slasher movie, which is what the game is. The game is a very much a generic horror movie.
Oh yeah.
But it's fun.
And you can make the choices, and sometimes you can actually be smart.
So it's like, you take that out, and that means you take out the choice aspect of the game and make it a movie, and now you just made a generic horror movie.
That's what I'm saying. None of the things they did was smart. It's just they had elite plot armor. That's literally it.
Well, I mean, they can come back to life, right?
Yes. I don't want to spoil it.
Well, wasn't it like they all need to survive until dawn? I think that's so funny. They all need to survive until dawn. So if they all die, it's just like Happy Death Day. They just like, or if they all die, do they die?
You need to watch the stinking movie. I don't want to spoil it because that's going to be a huge spoiler. It's just, that's the reason why I hated that ending. I was just like,
rough. But what about a movie you did like, Phil?
Thank you. Get me out of that Until Dawn crap.
What about a movie you
Get me out. Thank you. Besides Until Dawn, I went to go see The Accountant 2.
Hooray.
And I really liked The Accountant 1. I thought it was a good movie. I thought there was something to build on. And it was funny, too, because right after I finished the first movie, I got a notification, because I finished it last year. I got a notification saying they're working on a sequel to The Accountant 2. And I was like, that's pretty cool. I can't wait to watch it. I didn't have big expectations with this. I was just like, how are they going to continue the story? Because I didn't see it as a sequel movie. Mm-hmm. They did a good job with this sequel, bro. They did a good job. The 3 likes I have for this movie. Braxton. I think Braxton opens up the movie, or he comes into the movie at the right point where where it was pretty slow, but he comes in and makes it so much better and so much like more funny. Number 2, the Harbor Kids. Oh my gosh, Harbor Academy is so cool. Like, you learn about them in the first movie, or you learn about one character from that academy. It's where the main character is from, or where he lived some of his life there. Mm-hmm. They incorporated that academy and the kids in that academy so well in this sequel, and it was so cool. Like, everybody in the theater, and also I need to mention that compared to Until Dawn, this theater was packed. There was only 4 of us for Until Dawn, but the whole theater for The Accountant 2 everyone was in there. Everyone. And it was just so cool to see their reactions when they got to the Harbor Kids doing their thing and like helping the accountant out with some stuff. But it was so cool, bro. Like I would love a spinoff. And I know we talking about sequels this episode, but with this one, I legitimately would want a spinoff just titled Harbor Academy. Just Harbor Academy, or even just the Harbor Kids. I don't know. I would just really love something on that. Number 2, Christian and Braxton's brotherly love was so awesome, bro. Like, you could literally... John Bernthal and Ben Affleck as a brother duo in a movie, such good chemistry, bro. Like, there was so many funny scenes. Even in the theater, there was so many unexpected, like, funny scenes. I want to spoil one scene that was just so...
You can do it. It's okay.
Bro, there was this one funny scene where, like, because the whole thing is, like, Braxton, he's there, and he's just, like, he's trying to not be angry at his brother because, as you know, his brother, Christian, is on the spectrum, and I believe he's autism.
Didn't know that, but now
yeah.
I do.
That's why he's so cool. He's such a cool character, but he doesn't really have, like, those, he doesn't show those feelings of affection, kind of, and he's trying to figure out why Braxton is angry about that. Because even when Braxton shows up, he doesn't say thank you or anything. He just says, we need to go on a mission. And Braxton's like, no, thank you. No, happy birthday. No, nothing. And, like, you're pretty much through the rest of the movie, like, going more into that. Like, wondering why. Even Braxton's trying to, like, communicate in great detail why that bothers him. Because it's like he couldn't really build that relationship with him. But through the movie, they are building a relationship as brothers. And I thought that was so cool. But the one funny scene, because you could tell they've messed with each other when they were, like, little young kids. They're sitting on top of the RV or something, and Braxton gets Christian gets some sunscreen out because it's like, he's like, and Braxton's like, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm just putting on some sunscreen real quick. And he's like, oh yeah, can I get some? And he's like, sure. Braxton gets the sunscreen and just chucks it out. And Christian's just sitting there. He's like, you know, I hate that, Braxton. And then Braxton's like, it's so funny. Oh shoot, my bad.
Bro, running it back.
Everybody in the theater died when he did that. He just chucked it like a frisbee.
That's so awesome.
And it was just so funny because Christian was so mad. He was just like, you know, I hate it when you do that. And then Braxton's like, it's so funny. It's just so funny. I was like, bro, this is such a sibling movie. I love it.
It sounds like I feel like I would like this movie.
Bro, it was really good. But on a scale of 1 to 10, the only reason why I did give it a 7 out of 10, but a really high 7 out of 10, only because, like, it was slow at the beginning, but then right when Braxton shows up, it gets better.
Yeah, it's solid.
So I think that is a knock on it, but still, right when Braxton comes in, gets so much better.
All right, so I have a really important question. As an accounting major, me, right? Some might call me the accountant. How much accounting am I getting in this movie? Am I seeing some bookkeeping, some balance sheets? Do we get balance sheets at all?
I think that, so in the first movie, you see way more of that because, like, that's his job. He goes into these, like, Fortune 100 or 500 companies or something and tries to figure out where their money is going and why it's, like, acting weird. In the second one, it's more like he's using his knowledge that he's learned from, like, the way he processes numbers and everything to help solve certain different things. Like, he's not going to a company and doing it, but they do show you a scene where it's, like, almost elementary to him, where he doesn't even have to do it, but he does do it. But there are still instances where he does do that in the future.
Cool. It's pretty sick. Then I got to watch this movie.
It's really cool, man. Like, Ben Affleck kills it in this role, bro.
Awesome. All right. Now, final thing. Anything else you want to say about the accountant?
The accountant too?
Yeah, anything else you want to say about it?
Please go see it, man.
Please go see it.
I really want it to be successful.
Yeah, I think it made a good amount of money. I think, like, people were watching it. I mean, if your theater was filled.
Yeah, my theater was full.
Then I think there's a chance. Now for our final thing. Speaking of movies, Oscars officially changed their voting, like stipulations, like your requirements as a board member on their voting, like, team. You have to actually watch the movies now. Wow.
How do you feel about that? Just saying that.
How do I feel about that? You know, it gives me great relief that the people that are voting on my movies are actually watching the movies, you know? It's great, you know? Honestly, it just pushes my narrative that the Oscars a joke. I think the Oscars is a massive joke. Bunch of insufferable, like, smarty dudes thinking they know what they're talking about. But it's really obvious that they don't know anything because they won't even bother to watch one of the biggest movies that came out last year because they didn't like the first one.
It's just so embarrassing that is now an official rule in the 92nd year or the 93rd year of the Oscars.
Yeah, it should have been a rule, bro.
It doesn't even have to, like, it should be a a no-brainer.
Yeah.
It should be a no-brainer.
That's a given. Like
I'm just so mad that they have access to all these different like theaters because they're invited. There's literally places they can go to watch them and they don't have to pay for it. And I'm going to every theater I can find, if I can even find it, to pay for a ticket to go see these movies because I just want to see it. I don't care if it's a boring story. Like, I thought Conclave was going to be boring, but I was still going to watch it. It was good. It was pretty good. I went to go see Dune Part 2 easily because it was fun to me. I went to go see The Brutalist. I went to go see
Amelia
Perez on Netflix though. But yeah, I watched a lot of those movies. I think I didn't get to see 3 of them.
Still, it's not your job to watch those movies.
Yeah.
It's their literal job to watch these movies. They're like, yeah, no, I'm good.
It should be for the enjoyment of it. It shouldn't just be like, oh yeah, like the first one I saw it. I'm not gonna see the second one because, you know, like even though people are saying it's pretty good, the first one was so boring. The sequel's gotta be the same way.
Dude, your
it's
job
like,
is to watch movies, bro. You got one job. You got one of the best jobs, and you can't even do that right.
But I'm just gonna say this, bro. I don't care if anybody's gonna be like a Hollywood actor or something like that. I know is gonna be like, you don't get it. Like, bro, if you are selected to choose the best picture, or you are elected to choose a movie that is potential for best picture, I want you seeing every movie.
I want you to do your job.
I want you to be excited about that because best picture tells people, oh yeah, this one best picture, let's check it out. The fact that this is a rule now and people haven't been watching the movies, it's like, that's a shame, bro.
Yeah, and if it's like,
that is a damn shame.
If you're not about watching all those movies, then don't be on the board.
That
like,
too.
If you just don't do it. But you want to be on the board, but you don't want to do the work.
Yeah.
And that's a problem. So I'm happy they're doing this.
Yeah.
But this should have never been something they had to do. This should just be a given. You know? Thank God.
That shouldn't have been required.
No, bro. It should just be like, you should just do that. You know?
Did you hear what they're also making them do? So any theater they go see it at, whether it's a film festival, a theater in their area, or even a designated theater they have for these movies, they're supposed to write it down or record it somewhere and send a screenshot along with them sitting in the seats. I'm like,
They
bro.
don't lie. Oh my gosh, bro. Y'all are kids.
Wow.
Y'all are babies, bro.
It's just so, it's so disappointing.
You know, the award show doesn't get treated like this? The Game Awards. That's all I'm saying, guys.
Everybody's supposed to play the games?
I love you, Jeff Keighley. Yeah.
I'm just so embarrassed, bro. Like, imagine all the best picture movies that were so close, or the races were so close that it lost because people were just reading synopsis and just going like, yeah, that sounds pretty good. I'm gonna vote for that.
Yeah, dude, that's unfair to like the creative, that's unfair to all the people that poured their blood, sweat, and tears into the work to make those movies. And it's not like they poured their blood, sweat, and tears into a movie and it sucked. No, it's on the Best Picture nominees.
Yeah.
So these people poured their like hard work into something and it's great and it looks amazing and it's all these things and you're still like, nah, I'm good. I don't like the first one.
I would low-key want them to go back in the last 92 years or 91 years and just rewatch the movies.
Like catch up?
Yeah.
Here, watch all the movies you didn't watch.
I think that's what they should do.
Honestly, that
I'm be for real.
Yeah.
I'm playing. It's impossible to probably do that, but I just feel betrayed.
It's the least they could do.
I feel betrayed.
Yeah.
But speaking of some other new categories or new requirements going into the Oscars, we have 2 new awards being implemented in different years. So we have Best Casting, which is going to be an award now that is going to be going into the Oscars award categories beginning 2026, and we have Best Stunt category beginning in 2028.
Cool.
What do you think about those 2?
I like Best Stunt. I don't really understand Best Casting.
I actually like the Best Casting
What does
award.
it mean, though? Like, I don't understand.
You know how for Marvel, there is a person, I forgot her name, it's Sarah Finn, maybe? She's in charge of casting or helping the cast different.
So it's for casting directors? Like those people? Oh, I thought
like,
it was just like, oh, this person looks the best in this role.
Oh, nah. It's going to be like for the people who cast for the movie. So, for example, if The Brutalist and Honora are going at each other, they're going to look at it on, like, you know, they're going to look at the actors and they're going to be like, who did a really good job casting these people? And that's going to be the person getting the award, I believe. Or even just their whole staff. But
that's pretty cool.
I think
like
that is a cool award to go off of.
Just more recognition.
Yeah, but I think that's cool because I think it really does take a talent to like look at somebody, hear somebody's like voice and how they read dialogue, or even just seeing them in a costume or something and going like, yeah, that's the person. I think that does take a talent to do,
That
because
is a
sometimes you do make mistakes on that. And I feel like that should be something you congratulate somebody on, because shoot, the Robert Downey Jr.'s, the Jack Sparrows, the Iron Man's, the Jack Sparrows, the Conclaves, the movies like that. Like, there's so many times they get good cast, like even Christopher Nolan, like those type of movies. They always put a good cast together, and I feel like whoever's in charge of doing that should get an award for that.
I agree. Yeah, I didn't know that. I was confused when I read that. I was like, that just sounds like best actor. Like, it's like
you're like, well,
that makes so much more sense. I think they should. And the best stunt thing, Mission Impossible is going to win it, of course. In the year of a Mission Impossible movie, thank God.
That's
Tom
actually
Cruise
pretty
will
cool.
get that. Or would it be okay? So for stunts, would it be like stunt directors or stunt men, or would it be which one? Directors or stunt people? Or
I would have to look it up, but I think stunt people should get it.
That makes sense. I mean, that's what the Fall Guy was fighting for the whole movie. Yeah.
That's what I think it should be then, because I am looking it up right now, but in my opinion, if I'm going off it blindly, I think that it should just be on either who's doing the stunt or who is choreographing the stunt. Like, even if it's just fight sequences, even if it's just jumping off of the tallest building in the world, or even just being like Tom Cruise and hanging off of a stinking airplane. Whoever is doing it or whoever's choreographing it should do it. So I feel like if they do it, they should do it on a movie so that everyone can get it. Like, for example, if Mission Impossible wins it, I think the person who came up with the idea, or the stunt coordinator, along with the person who's doing it, Tom Cruise, should get that award. That's what I think. So, like, the stunt double too, and because that would be cool recognition. Because I didn't get to see The Fall Guy, but I think pretty much the premise is the stunt community is like big in Hollywood. Like, they are also a heart that's beating in the Hollywood world, and it doesn't just take one person to do it. Like,
they risk their lives every day.
So I think this is going to be one of the coolest things they've added, besides the whole, you need to go to a theater and watch this certain movie and you got to record it and show it to us, like, and best casting, even though I do like that. But I think this is an important one that's really cool to me.
I agree. Yeah. Anything else you want to say to end the video?
Honestly, watch the damn movies, bro. Come on.
Go watch all the movies.
Come on, bro.
Time, go watch things. Sorry I've been slacking lately. But school's almost over. Man. I got 2 weeks left. And then I'm back. And then I'm on that mode, bro. I'm on that lock-in mode.
Summer's going to be fun.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be a good time. That was the PHILM Podcast.
Yes, sir.
We watch why am I forgetting on what you say? We watch movies and TV shows in the way that anyone can enjoy. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, follow on all the things: YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok.
Yep.
Everywhere PHILM is. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next week.
Peace.